Hey, this is for Lilley. Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina, Lake Taneycomo. Gonna do one cast this evening. Actually, I've already done it. I just did a one cast down below the Narrows to Fall Creek, and I used a white jig, 16th ounce, and everything was great except I had this in my pocket. I'm like, I was targeting browns, I said, and I caught one, and this is a video. I'll go ahead and stick it in there right now. We'll do a couple more casts, then I'm going to try something else. This is not a bad fish. Ooh. I just about broke my line. And I hadn't seen him yet. Oh. Yeah, I'll be done. The brown. Ah, saw it coming. Ooh. How about that? Go fishing for a brown and catch a brown. Hook is in the net. There we go. Yeah. Not a bad brown. About 18 inches or so. Cool. Alright, well, throw this a few more times. It's pretty cool when I go out and target browns and I catch one, but that's the only fish I caught. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of one cast with my mic on. I boated up here above the Narrows, and I'm just going to work this bank. We got a couple inches of rain between last night, about 2 o'clock in the morning, till it quit raining about 2 o'clock this afternoon. We got a lot more rain in this area than, say, west of us, so it shouldn't affect Table Rock's levels too much. But it did muddy up our lake some. It muddied up really a lot this morning, but they ran water. And then it rained this afternoon, and the water down below Fall Creek's not bad, but it's not clear. Up here it's pretty clear. And I'm going to go ahead and throw this white 16th ounce jig up here and see what happens. So I guess this would be the first cast, really. I don't know if I count it if I catch one, but so I didn't catch one on the first cast before. I don't like when I screw up like that and I not put my mic on. I like that riprap bank below the Narrows down to Fall Creek. I know of several browns, nice browns have been caught there, and I've caught some browns there. It just seems like it's an area that they congregate. And they do like white. Seems like better than any other color as far as jigs. Ooh, that felt fishy. When I was coming up here, I saw one of our guests in their pontoons, and they were catching, they had a double on down close to the resort. So fish are biting, even in this stained water. They'll run water in the morning and clear everything out probably. I've got just a little bit of current up here, which is good. I'm going to fish a little closer to the riprap, or to the bluff bank. So I know a lot of you know about Christian Action Ministries, the food pantry here in Branson, because of some of my activities and talking about it on one cast. We had a couple of really neat things happen today. This afternoon I just actually came from Cam talking to Larry, our board chair, and that might have been bottom, and Michelle, our director. While we were visiting, a good friend of mine, Junior Schnook, called. He works for Liberty Electric, and was talking to Michelle about different things in the community. And she had mentioned a tree, a big willow next to our building that needs to come down. Its roots are threatening our foundation, and but their Liberty's power lines are fairly close, and makes it a little bit complicated taking it down. It's not a huge tree, and Junior was gracious enough to tell us that Liberty would take care of the tree for us. So that was a huge blessing, because we had just been talking about we'd gotten some bids for the tree removal, and they were couple $1,000. And that buys a lot of food. So that was a huge blessing. And the other blessing is, I think I'm going to change the sculpin jig here in a minute. The other blessing is our building is adjacent to the old Welk Theater on 165 here in Branson. It's a 15,000 square foot building, 10,000 square feet of warehouse. And Welk's sold their building to Marriott property, so Marriott owns it. We've been talking to them about the city is requiring us to have 50 parking spaces for us to use the building as a, bringing in the public and using it as a food distribution and counseling center. It's my last cast on the white. And we just don't have it. Don't have the room, don't have the land. And we were talking to Marriott about leasing or coming to an agreement where we could use some of their parking. And they came back to us today and said that they're just going to donate the land or the parking spaces that we need. And then we would lease the parking spaces back to them for $1 when they need them, which Daniel O'Donnell I think for 3 weeks in November performs there, and it's really the only time that they use those spaces. And I got some moss or something. Is for their buses. And so that was huge. That's absolutely huge for us. So we are in debt to Marriott and to Liberty Utilities and Junior Shook. And I'm going to tie on a sculpin jig. Just a big answer to prayer. That's pretty cool. Okay, sculpin jig, 16th. Well, it's a pretty evening. Golly. Yesterday was gorgeous. I fished for crappie all day yesterday. Me and Paul Cruz, good friend of mine from the Osho. He met me at Bridgeport, which is over Cape Fair. It's on the James River arm of Table Rock. And we fished for crappie all day. I think we ended up with 12 keepers and a whole bunch of short crappie. Caught most of them on minnows. Caught them deep, just looking around on the bottom for structure, trees falling in the water. It was fun. I only got one bite down there fishing for 25 minutes or so on that white jig, and it was that brown. So kind of bouncing it off the bottom. That's what I was doing with that white jig when I caught that brown. Probably bottom. I was going to come up here and fish anyhow after I did one cast. The bottom over on this side, it's kind of a mixture of gravel and chunk rock. Ooh, I thought I saw my line hop. You can hear the water coming off that cliff. It's pretty. Got him. Just crawling it on the bottom. Slow rainbow. Junior Shook is a big fisherman. I'm pretty sure he's a native. I know his dad. Ooh. Oh. It felt kind of big. His dad, Floyd, was a big fisherman. I think he won some trout tournaments back in the day. Get off there. Thank you. We have a trout tournament this weekend, the Masters 2-man tournament. I think $75 is the entry. It's an artificial catch and release tournament. And the weekend after that, the last weekend in January, we have a lot of openings. It actually is the quietest weekend of the year for us. It always has been. It's kind of in between our tournaments. Yes. So if you get in the mood of going away for a weekend and spending it in Branson, give us a call next weekend. Ooh, he is fat. I have to see what the weather's like. I'm probably going to fish another 20 minutes or so. The sun is just about down. One more cast. Okay. Thanks for watching. I'll probably keep the camera rolling just in case I might hook a monster, and I'll add it to the end. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.